Starting this October, the EU is launching a new biometric border system that will track every time you enter or leave the EU, scan your fingerprints, and even your face. It's called the EU Entry-Exit System, or EES, and is part of a larger plan to modernize EU borders with AI and biometrics. Essentially, instead of stamping your passport, the system logs your identity onto the system using your fingerprints and a facial scan every time you leave or enter the EU. But if you're an EU national, that will not affect you right away. But for business travelers, tourists, and students, this means tighter border control. And if you overstay your visa by even a day, the EU will know immediately. That also applies to UK travelers. Fingerprint stations are already being built in London and Dover. The goal is to catch visa overstays and detect irregular migration. But there's more. It shifts border control from just security to mass data collection, giving the EU countries a powerful new migration surveillance tool. The EES will make life harder for migrants and asylum seekers who are already facing increased scrutiny. And now there will be a system that's tracking their every single move. There's also issues related to data misuse, profiling, and long-term storage of biometric data of people who are just passing through. It's clearly not just about faster queues. It's a fundamental change in the way EU sees and tracks movement. So, is it just about security, or is it about control?
If you're traveling to Europe after October 12th or in 2026, you're going to want to listen up because there's new rules for traveling to Europe. I'm Angel Castellanos for The Tour Guy, a tour operator and marketplace for Europe's best destinations. Starting October 12th, Europe's borders are going digital. So every traveler from the US, UK, Canada, Australia, and other non-EU countries will get scanned, fingerprinted, and logged. European Union citizens, long-term residents, and visa holders are exempt. It's called the European Entry-Exit System, and you're going to go through it, so let's get into it. So this is different from the ETIAS visa waiver program that's due to start in 2026. This system replaces passport stamps with biometrics. So every time you enter or exit the Schengen Zone, your passport, photo, and fingerprints will be recorded. So the first time you cross into the Schengen Zone after October 12th, it's going to take a little bit longer, and you can expect longer lines at the airport because this is when you're going to register your passport, get your fingerprints taken, and a photo. Every time thereafter, once you enter and exit and you're in the system, you can use what's called a biometric machine, and in theory, the process should go a lot quicker. So here's the playbook. Try to fly through major hubs like Paris, Frankfurt, and Amsterdam. They'll have the infrastructure first. Full rollout is expected by April 2026. After your first biometric registration, go through the EES ready lanes. They'll recognize your photo and your passport from the data that's stored in the system for up to 3 years. Also, double check your passport for at least 3 months validity past your return, otherwise you're not getting in. Share this with anyone who has Europe on their travel list and comment Europe entry down below and we'll hook you up with our step-by-step article that'll guide you through this process because we want you to come home.
And if you're still going abroad to any one of these countries this year and you hold a UK passport, be prepared for the new entry-exit system that's going to be taking place that will more than likely delay your trip. You see, launching on the 12th of October this year, the EES, or the Entry-Exit System, will be a new automated digital border system that the EU is putting in place to replace traditional passport stamping for non-EU nationals, yes, by the way, that includes UK citizens, when exiting or entering the Schengen area. And here it will record travelers' names, travel document types, and even biometric data, alongside any entry-exit timestamps or additional locations. And of course, as you can imagine, officials have already warned that this is more than likely going to cause intense delays, including extended queuing, especially across peak time periods. For example, the school holidays, unless operations are refined pre-launch. MPs were even warned that Brits travelling to Europe could face queues of up to 14 hours when the EES launches. It really looks like coming 3 hours before your flight is not going to cut it anymore. Not to mention, though legal barriers to e-gates have actually been removed, the actual access will depend on each country's individual readiness, meaning some UK travellers will still need to face manual checks anyway. Great. So if you're flying to or through Europe this or next year, get ready because border control is going fully digital, and it's always better to know before you go.
What the hell is EES and how will it impact your next trip to Europe? So, you might have heard of EES already, and if you're looking at me, you may think it stands for extremely, extremely sexy. You'd be bloody right. But it also means the entry-exit system, which will affect travel for non-EU nationals who are going to and from most of Europe from the 12th of October. So what is EES? It's a new computer system that tracks who is coming in and out. So goodbye passport stamps and hello fingerprints fingerprints and face scans. Will this impact your next trip? It will, but hopefully not as much as you may think. Not only are they gradually introducing this across 6 months, if you're going to any of these countries, just remember that your passport checks get done when you arrive in the destination. So the first half of your journey should feel exactly the same. It's just when you arrive that things may slow down a little bit. That is, unless you're travelling on the Eurostar from St Pancras, getting the Eurotunnel from Folkestone, or hopping on a ferry at Dover. That's because they do their passport checks before you travel, so check in with them what times they advise and don't cut it fine. As for the way back, all these checks are done before your journey home, no matter what your transport mode is, so make sure you factor in enough time.
I'm at one of the busiest airports in Europe for arriving British holidaymakers, Palma de Mallorca in Spain, where more than 1 million of us will turn up for holidays on this beautiful island. As you can see, the entry-exit system kiosks are already here, but they are not going to be employed from day one, which is Sunday the 12th of October. Spain, like many of the countries in the European Union and the wider Schengen area, is taking a very cautious approach. They say only one flight at Madrid airport is going to be checked on day one. When finally you are asked to register, you're going to have to give 4 fingerprints from your right hand if you're 12 or over and have a facial biometric taken. That will then go onto a central database, but it's only the start. You will then have to go through, well, in this case, the normal e-gates for British holidaymakers, plus having a manual inspection of your passport and a stamp. Remember, you don't need to prepare anything in advance except probably some patience, because this is all going to add time to the process. Good luck, everybody.
I got some bad news for you guys. The fun of collecting all of these passport stamps is about to be a thing of the past. The rules are about to change, and I was just at a travel conference where we got to hear from speakers that are from ETIAS or ETIAS, and they gave us an update on the entry requirements for traveling to Europe, and I'm going to give you the details. There are 2 things you need to know about, and that is EES and ETIAS. EES stands for Entry and Exit System, and basically the goal is to better track who is coming in and leaving certain countries in Europe. Their goal is for this to start in autumn of 2024. We'll see if that happens, but basically you're going to be verified when you come into the country by your biometrics, and it's going to take the place of the actual stamps in your passport. Basically, they're going to be able to better automatically detect who is overstaying their welcome. Here's some additional information so you can pause to read it. And then ETIAS or ETIAS, the European Travel Information and Authorization System, which is not a visa. It's going to plan to start the first half of 2025. This is an authorization required to travel to 30 European countries. It's going to be a €7 fee, which is not bad at all, and it's going to be valid for 3 years or until your passport expires. These are the 30 countries that are going to require the visa-exempt travelers to have the ETIAS travel authorization. So if you're planning to travel to any one of these 30 countries, you will need the authorization. Those of us that will need to have this authorization are going to be from all of these countries, and obviously the United States is one of them. So make sure if you're traveling to one of those 30 European countries and you come from one of these countries, you will need to apply for an ETIAS travel authorization. All of this information is easily available on the web. You can just do a Google search of ETIAS, or you can go to travel-europe.europa.eu. This is really not something to worry about. It's €7 for 3 years. You are going to need to obtain your travel authorization before starting your trip, but remember, this has not gone into effect yet, so you don't need to worry about it until it goes into effect, and I'll definitely update you as we know a more permanent date for that. So if you're planning a trip to Europe in the next year or so, make sure that you are paying attention to the news, because nothing will be worse than if you are flying to another country and you arrive and you can't enter. Make sure that you send this to anybody that you know that's planning a trip to Europe in the next year or so they stay up to date.
This makes me so upset, you guys. One of my favorite things about international travel is a passport stamp. The EU just announced a biometric passport to where you'll still have to have a physical passport, but instead of handing your passport to the gate agent, you will just have your face scanned and you will move along. But that means no more passport stamps. Like, that's literally what we're gonna tell our kids one day. Back in my day, we had this little book, and when you entered a country, there was a guy that would leave a stamp on it, and it was different for every country. It makes me so sad. Now, while this will definitely speed up the customs process as well as make it a lot more secure, it's at the expense of something that has been shared amongst travelers for generations. Curious to hear what your thoughts are on this, if it's a pro or a con or a little bit of both.
New fingerprint machine to scan your finger for entrance if you want to enter any EU countries. Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's me, your girl Alicia, aka Proud Mom. If you see my video for the very first time, I talk about similar things like this. Now guys, if you like my video, share it to your friends and family. Also, tell me where you watch me from. They don't introduce new system to scan your finger if you want to enter any EU countries for non-EU citizen. Any country where you want to enter. Now, they want to introduce new machine where you will put your finger. It will show every information of you. This machine, they prepare am and they will release am next year, October 2026. So for the now, you still get more time to travel around the world. If you come from Africa, you want to enter any EU countries, this machine never start to work. They don't get the machine, but from next year, October, they will get am for all borders, airports, anywhere you want pass, enter EU countries. You must put your finger, you will thumbprint for your finger. Next year, October 12, 2026. For non-EU citizens, where they come Europe, 2026 next year, don't be surprised when they go tell you when you put your hand for this machine to scan you, to see all the information about you. So now, the EU countries, they want tighten all the borders, airports, where immigrants, they pass, they enter their country. That's why they introduced this very system for non-EU only, for only immigrants when they enter the country. This system is for you. This new system with your thumbprint, they work with your passports. The same way they'll take control your passports, the same way this machine, they work. Any immigrant where they enter EU countries, you must put your hand for this machine 2026. You must thumbprint on this machine. You know, guy go be. So that's why they take time to prepare this very machine. So, and they never start to use them. So you get now till next year, before October next year. If you're there Africa now, you want to move, enter any EU country, don't ask the hot. Because next year, the borders and the airports go too tight. Yeah, they try to secure all this area where immigrants, they pass, they enter their country. So EU countries, now they know they laugh. They know they smile. Oh. They know they smile at all. Put your finger on this machine and your face. They will scan your face. The same way they say they stamp your passport for border, for airport. That's how this machine will still be. And if you get anything, I think Gasala will post to. So you get between now till next year, September, October 12, 2026, they will release this machine. This machine will work fully for all borders and airports. See you guys on my next video. Choo-choos!
Hello brothers and sisters, hope you're good. Now if you're planning to visit Europe after October 12, 2025, brace yourself because your passport is about to get a tech upgrade. The EU isn't installing teleporters yet, but they are launching something big called the Entry-Exit System or EES. It's basically a new high-tech border control setup designed to keep track of who's entering and leaving the Schengen area and for how long. Let's talk about what this means for travelers, how it works and how your face will now be doing the talking at the border. Okay, so what is the mysterious EES everyone's talking about? In short, it's the EU's new automated border record system that replaces the old way of stamping passports for non-EU visitors. Those ink stamps are going extinct. Now, instead of an officer stamping your passport, the EES will electronically register your name and travel document details, date and place of entry or exit, facial image and fingerprints, and of course how long you're allowed to stay. It's like the Europe is saying, we love tourists, but we'd also like to know when you're actually going home. Now, before you panic, this only affects non-EU nationals traveling to and from Schengen area for short stays. So, if you're from the UK, the US, Canada or Kenya, for example, and you're visiting Europe, you'll go through the new EES. If you're an EU citizen or have residency, you're off the hook at least for now. Think of it like this. If you used to get your passport stamped, you'll now get your data scanned. If you didn't, you can keep breezing through as usual. Here's where it gets futuristic and slightly intimidating. When you arrive at the European airport, ferryport or land border, instead of the usual line and stamp, you'll go to a self-service kiosk. You'll scan your passport, take a quick selfie, maybe place your fingers on a scanner, and you're officially logged into the EU system. Sounds like the world's most official selfie booth, right? When you leave, the system automatically records your exit. If you've overstayed your allowed 90 days, well, the computer will know. No more sneaking in, just one more week in Paris. You might be wondering why the change. The EU says the EES will make border checks faster, more accurate, and more secure. It will help identify those who overstay, stolen passport, and make travel data more reliable. It's also part of the Europe's bigger move towards smart borders, where technology handles what used to be slow, manual, and sometimes chaotic. So instead of a human border officer squinting at your photo, the EES will do the matching instantly. Think of it as Europe going digital, just a few years late to the party. Now, let's talk reality. During the first few months, things might get bumpy, long lines, confused travelers, and machines that need a little reboot moment. You know how new tech launches go. So, if you're traveling from Europe after October 12th, arrive early, keep your documents ready, and maybe practice your best neutral face, because that's the one the scanner will remember you by. But once it's running smoothly, it will make border crossings more efficient and cut down on errors. Just don't expect to collect any new passport stamps for your Instagram stories anymore. So that's the new EU entry-exit system in a nutshell. Less ink, more tech, and a lot more selfie at the border. Love it or hate it, the future of travel is here, and Europe's just making sure everyone's checked in and checked out on time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, especially before your next flight, because the next time you land in Europe, your face will do the talking. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.